I think a lot of times things come up that we can be wrong about. We're only human, and I'm not certainly not the only person that's been wrong about something before. Obviously, especially lately, I have no problem saying, "Hey, you know what? I messed up. I was wrong about this." Hopefully, things kind of get sorted out or whatever. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where change is rough on a lot of people. I'm the type of person that doesn't really like change, so it's very tough on me when you see something that kind of comes out and you're like, oh man, I can't really get next to that. You know what I mean? So this is sort of one of those instances, but I do think that in general, Microsoft has done a good job kind of navigating and circumventing a lot of the issues, and I think the jury's still out whether or not we'll have to kind of see what happens in the future with this. But it is a very interesting topic, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to want to check this video out. I'm more than sure. Trust me, it's going to be a video you're not going to want to miss. Hey there, everyone. I'm the Crapgamer, and of course, this is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, and hopefully that doesn't stop you from at least giving us a like, and maybe even possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It really does mean a lot. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that kind of good stuff. I really hope you guys are all doing great. You're amazing folks, and much appreciated for sure. So yes, thank you guys very, very much. Now, when you think that this is, obviously something that people are going to want to talk about, I just wanted to kind of talk about this for a second because, yeah, I was wrong about this in one way, right? But also, like I said, long term, we don't know what this means or what this means to other games. So, I mean, obviously talking about Game Pass, there was an article that came out that said Xbox Game Pass added more than $6,300 worth of games in 2021. Now, Xbox Game Pass has had a cracking year, and everyone, including this article, which is going to be linked in the description below, is in agreement that the value of the service has skyrocketed this year. Xbox Studios games like Halo Infinite, Psychonauts 2, and Forza Horizon 5 gave the service a premium shine, while third-party franchises pulled in new subscribers. But what is the worth of all the games added to Game Pass this year? What kind of value are you actually getting for a year's worth of Game Pass? They've done some calculations based on all the additions to the libraries of Xbox Game Pass and found the total of everything added to the service in 2021 will be $6,317.35. This number is based on the base price of each game on the Microsoft Store. The month which offered the most value was March of 2021, where almost 24 Bethesda games were added to the service after Microsoft acquired the publisher and its developers. The total value of March's Game Pass additions is almost $1,000, coming in at $964.67. So as you guys can see, it's a pretty incredible thing and a good value. Now listen, am I all of a sudden high on Game Pass? Am I using it all the time? No. Do I absolutely see value in it? 100%, right? Like, things change. Like, for me, gaming, I'm trying to think about it when I was a kid, right? So gaming as a kid, I had a brother who was only 2 years older than me, so we basically had to share everything. And in fact, he was so kind of stubborn that, my parents couldn't afford to get us both like a Sega Genesis or whatever. So we got one Sega Genesis. I got the TV. You know what I mean? Like, so I got the TV, which, by the way, was like not even a new TV. It was like a console TV. But this is back in like the early 90s, so you can imagine. So basically, it was kind of a symbiotic relationship where, we both kind of used it, and it was like in a we had a what we called our gaming room, and that's where the TV was, and we would just kind of chill in there or whatever. It's just, he was very selfish that way. So I just think back, and we used to be able to rent a game, I think twice a month. So twice a month, each of us got to rent a game from like Blockbuster or whatever. So I'm trying to think back and trying to think, man, what if something like this was actually available back then? I think, it would have been possibly quite a different situation where, for that rentals that we got for Blockbuster back in the day, because I think they were like $5 or something. So, it was easily $20 a month that we were paying for just 4 games. And, my parents would have been able to easily pay that because it's only $15 a month for Ultimate Game Pass. So that's sort of the interesting kind of aspect that I'm looking at it now. Like, it can help out a large number of people. Obviously, there's a lot of people on a budget and things like that. So speaking of Bethesda, though, with 30 games added from the publisher, this year, the total of all of them came to $604.71, just under 10% of the value of 2021's entire additions to the library. The month with added the least value was April of 2021, with all the games totaling $330.91, but the service never offered less than that each month, which is actually pretty impressive when you put that figure next to the $14.99 that you pay for Ultimate Game Pass per month. These numbers really put into perspective just how unbelievable a deal right now Microsoft is offering everybody, and the overall value of Game Pass will surely increase next year with what it's got lined up. Obviously, people love playing through Game Pass games this year and covering the library as it changes and adds new games. This article says that they really enjoy it, and Forza Horizon 5 and all that kind of stuff. And the functionality of the service is strong in 2022. Will hopefully continue to strengthen its library, in addition to adding key Xbox titles like Starfield and Redfall. But as you head into your holiday break, you can sit back and relax and, save some money with Game Pass. So, again, like I said, there's some little things here and there that you can pick up. I think it is really a strong value. And, obviously it's something that I ended up being completely wrong about, which is clearly, just one of those things that just happens. Like, for me, I don't know what the long-term effects of that is, right? So there are people that I've noticed that will have Game Pass, and that means they won't buy anything. They literally will not buy anything. So at that point, is that hurting the industry? And I'm not just talking about they're not buying stuff that's in Game Pass. They literally will refuse to buy things because it's not in Game Pass. So, it's just one of those things that I kind of look at and I go, you know what, this is so weird. It's kind of strange to me that this is kind of happening in the way that it is, and I do hope that people understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying that I know for sure what's going on, but I do know that for a fact that at the end of the day, us as fans can sit there and go, is this good for gaming? Is this bad for gaming, or what have you? So I don't really know. I think that what Microsoft is doing is really kind of it's kind of untried, something that's never actually happened before, and I think we'll have to see what happens in the long run. But it is exciting to see something different. Obviously, people are going to feel a certain way about it, and that's just the way that these things are going to work. Hopefully this stuff doesn't interfere with long-term things with Microsoft and with gaming and stuff like that. I do honestly hope that we see continue to have the choice, and I think the choices are what people really want, kind of long term. So at the end of the day, I do feel like us as gamers having the choices and the obviously the idea that we can buy our games, we can rent our games, we can we can pick them up whenever we want, and that kind of stuff. I think that that's super important, and I also think that at the end of the day, us as gamers just, I think, deserve something really good. And I think that the fact that we're getting really cool stuff from this, I think is incredible, and I love to see that, and I love to see gamers everywhere kind of just be excited about something, and I do genuinely see them excited about I see him excited about the future and about Game Pass and what's going to be put in there and that kind of stuff. So hopefully we continue to see stuff like that. I honestly do hope that Microsoft continues to give the value to people, but I also hope that people are smart enough to still want to buy games and stuff like that. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crapgamer 'em up. Merry Christmas. Crapgamer out.